So the market was right here, and I was looking to get in, but then I was doing a workout and news came out. So then one thing that I started doing, because I haven't been on top of news like that lately, but what I'm gonna start doing is, wait, no, it was GU. This was it. This was a blue block. Why am I getting tongue twisted? Blue box. That's where I was looking to get into a sell because I saw we were at TP2. We was at this major 4-hour trend line, and we were retesting this zone that was previously broken. So it was like 3 confirmations to get in, but I missed it. And the news came out, and you see this huge wick dropped it. But one thing that I have to start paying attention to is, yes. No, I'm good. Thanks. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I need to do 500 today.
Sorry, y'all. What was I saying?
Oh, news dropped the candle. News dropped the candle.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed too, that I'm gonna start paying attention to is knowing when news drops out, because when we do our analysis, news lines up with our analysis if we're looking in the right direction. So like I said, I already had it. I didn't know news was coming out, but I already knew once we got to this point on, was I looking on a 30-minute? Yeah, the 30-minute, because before I put this blue block, oh my God, I don't know why that's tongue twisted. I saw this candle form right here. You guys see that long wick pushing down?
Yeah.
So that happened on 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm finna get in. And then I was at the gym, and then I got distracted, and I swear to God, it was 5:45, and this whole candle was all the way down here. And I was like, why? And then that's when I saw that news had came out, and my time, 5:30, so that's 6:37. That's 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So usually when major news comes out, my time, it's 5:30 a.m. Pacific. So I know I need to watch for news, because if I am going to get in, I need to be in it like 15 minutes earlier. If that makes sense. That makes sense. Like making sure, like if you are getting in before news comes out, you have to be aware of that. So you know to get in then, because it's going to go in your direction.
Yeah, definitely. I think what I'm probably going to start doing is when I mark up on a Sunday, just check the schedule for the week and just put a box to the side so I know this day something is happening, because I don't always have Forex Factory up and it doesn't stick in my brain like that.
Yeah. And what some people do too is they'll do like a buy stop, sell stop. I'm not that type of person. Like I don't know, I just don't do it. But some people do that too. But then also too, when it comes out, when you do that and news comes out, sometimes it can put you in too late, just because it'll be so many people scalping the news and stuff.
Yeah, you get caught and it's not what you actually wanted, so it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, so that's why I said too, like it's always good to get in like right before that. But like I was saying, even here,
Diana, with that entry, where would you put your stop?
Which one? Did my internet? Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Shakita, can you hear me? It broke up. I wasn't sure which area you were talking about.
Oh, the one with the news, you said you should be in before, because sometimes news wicks the opposite direction. So I just wanted to know what would have been a safe place for a stop loss.
Oh, like for right here?
Yeah.
What I do is I go on the time frame above it. I look at where that previous high was. Clearly, this was like way too high up. So usually what I'll do is for GU, like I said, one of my things is I always give it more than 30 pips because I don't know if y'all saw in the chat, but Dickens was in the chat talking too, and I was saying the average trader usually always does 30 pips. So if you notice when news do come out, next time, if you guys pay attention, if you guys measure like how far it wicked, it usually be around like 30 pips. It'd be like 25 pips, but then like an extra 5 because spreads and stuff. But I always give it like a little bit more than 30 pips. But what I'll do is like even if I do like 35 to 40 pips, I'll put the stop loss there, but then I'll put like a trend line halfway. So like if price does go past that point, I put an alert to alert me once per minute. Or what I'll do is like when it comes to gold, I use like when I get in trades, I use the Stenu app. So this is the app right here. I use this. Why isn't it popping up? I use this because this allows me to calculate per trade. So right now I'm doing a prop firm account. So, they have rules. So I make sure like whatever my balance is, I put that in with the risk percentage I'm risking. So if I'm risking like 1%, 1.5%, and then I put how much stop loss I want to put, I put that in and it gives me my lot size to put. But I always make sure to either if the previous low or high isn't too far, I go near that area a little bit above it. Or if it is too far, I kind of just calculate it based off like what lot size I can use. Like even like for this, let me give an example. So I'm looking for gold to come back to this area. I have missed gold and freaking GU entries. So I'm waiting for a pullback now. So once I get into this, so this is a minor structure right here. I can see it coming back to this purple trend line right
You
here.
can't see it.
Oh shoot. Okay, now.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So I said I have missed the gold entry too for a buy, but I'm waiting for a pullback. And so I put this little fib right here because I saw we have a high right here. Make this different color. And then we created another high. This is like on the 15-minute chart. And the TP1 is aligned with this trend line. So I want to see price go back to this trend line right here. And this is off the 15-minute structure. So what I'm going to do is when I enter here, my stop loss is going to be like at this low right here. Because this was the last low. And I don't see price pushing past this zone right here because it already retested this previous zone. And then I have this trend line that has 2 points drawn to the future. So I really want to see price retest here and then continue up. And that's going to finish my overall 30-minute structure that I'm looking for, which is which is here to TP1. But my stop loss will be right here. If this plays out how I'm looking for it to play out, if it retests here, which is going to the 15-minute TP1. Like that. Then my stop loss will be down there at this previous low. Does that make sense? I go to the previous low. If it's too far, I just go like halfway. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Or another thing is if it's not halfway, what I'll do is I'll look for, so say for instance, I'm looking for it to most likely hit right here at 38.2 in this area, right? I'm looking for it to like close in this area. So another thing that I do too is I'm like, price should not go more than 2 levels past this. So it should not come all the way to like past 61.8. It shouldn't go more than 2 levels below what I'm looking for it to go. Because if it breaks through this trend line, like here, 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 then that's a whole other little cell to be looking for before we continue with that buy. And I know we're going up higher because I saw divergence on that 1 hour. And right now we're still like in that 15-minute, 30-minute structure. So that the bigger structure still hasn't formed yet. Because if you look right here, this is on the 4 hour. This is the structure I'm looking for right here. Point A, point B, continuation to, let me pull this out so y'all can see it. So I got all these little notes coming out. But we closed right here at 50 and we're looking to go to TP1, which we haven't fully hit yet. You see TP1's like right here on this foundation level. We're still a little bit above that, but higher time frame takes longer to play out. So that's why too, we haven't hit it yet. But on the 1 hour, we have this whole green zone right here. All these areas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all support that just has been broken. So that's another reason why I'm looking for price to come up here to this green trend line. This is like really big, but I'm really looking for it to come to this green zone. Especially because price has been respecting this zone right here, this 4 hour. I hope I'm making sense. Am I making sense, y'all? I'm trying to connect the dots, but still show y'all the bigger picture.
Oh, yeah, you're making sense. You're making sense.
Okay, so like looking left, this blue zone right here. Let me delete some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is just extra. Yeah, so this blue zone right here is on the foundation level. So you can see right here, we had this resistance, we had retest of this zone right here. And now we're kind of retesting that zone right here too as well. And then we have divergence. Not sure if it's on the 4 hour. I know I saw it. Why is it talking about the damn internet connection? My little RSI not popping up. Oh, sorry, okay, there it is. It popped up a million times. And like I said, even when I was going through these trades, like the one where I got in with GU, I'm gonna go over it too. Like I was taking notes like during it because I was in the negatives, and then I went up and I closed out at 2,500. I got in on Thursday and then it finished Tuesday morning at 2,500. But between like Thursday and Friday, it was like negatives, low hundreds, negatives. But I just stayed confident in what I was doing. But yeah, here's the divergence right here. So we can see this is going up right here. Well, this was still going down. And like I said, we were at this 4 hour zone / foundation level. So like price just has to come down to this area. And then I believe we also did hit a TP2. Looking left from this structure. Let me draw it out for you guys so you guys can clearly see it, because I know I got a lot of stuff going on. I be having these notes in here too. Sometimes it take longer to play out, but I keep it there just to keep like a reminder. Because I feel like sometimes when I didn't do it in the past, I would forget where I'm supposed to be going. That makes sense?
Yes.
So that's why I keep like those notes there. So this is the structure right here, point A, point B, pulled back, and it closed at 50. We have some closure right there at 50. And then it came all the way to TP2. So we had TP2, we had divergence, and we were at that 4-hour zone / foundation level. I was supposed to get in, like I said, I had put a little zone because the way the points were set up, I couldn't really put a trend line because you see we're in this consolidation level. So before this whole area right here played out, before all this was here, we were just straight consolidation. So me trying to like force, I mean, yeah, that could have been one. But I feel like in the moment, I don't know if this was here. I don't know. It just seemed like I was forcing it. So I was like, instead of me trying to draw a trend line, I'm going to draw a zone. Because you can get a retest of a zone, or you can get a retest of a trend line. But I don't like drawing a trend line and it's too steep. And I feel like this isn't steep, like right here. You can see that was a break and a retest right there. But wherever I was, like, it was just too steep and I didn't want to force it. So I ended up just drawing a zone right here to these areas, 1, 2, draw to the future, because those were 2 main points that were like aligned in one area. And I said I wanted to see price break through and come back to retest it again. I saw this one's already made, but I wanted to see it come back again to show that we were going in an uptrend. And that's exactly what it did. After it touched it this time, it came back and touched it again. But like I said, that's the entry that I missed. When I looked at the market, we was already up. But my rule is, I have a rule that no matter what, like if the market is pushing my direction, if I'm not already in it from that pullback, I'm not gonna hop in. I'm just gonna let it go, and I have to wait until it pulls back again. So you can see price just push. There was a small pullback, but that was, it was still no confirmation for me. Like I didn't have nothing in that area to go off of. So what I ended up doing was drawing this whole new trend line right here, this purple trend line. And I saw that we have divergence. After this finish, it hit TP1 on this little structure right here. Wait, not that one. It was like here, this. We had hit TP2. You guys see that? Boom, boom. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so since we hit TP2 right there, and I saw that we have divergence forming. Right here, you can see this is going low. Meanwhile, this was still going up. It's kind of changed a little bit now, but I saw it was pushing down, but then that's where I said, now I'm looking for, see what price does at this trend line now that we have those 2 points drawn to the future. So yeah, I think I just started talking. I don't know. Was I trying to make a point or something? I just started rambling.
I think you're talking about what you missed, and like you're explaining what you'd have done if it happened.
Oh yeah. I wanted to share too. Oh yeah, when I got into my buy, I feel like it looked like I got a lot going on, but I had highlighted. So these little 3 circles, 1 circle, 2 circle, you guys see the blue outline circles?
Yes.
So those were my entry points to up here. That's what I swear to God, I was like, this is about to be so perfect. I'm about to get in, get out. That happened. And I was like, I'm about to get in for this sale because the sale is gonna happen. And so I was just like, damn, like I really wanted to get in for that sale. Like I was really ready, y'all. Like for real. Before it even got up there. But let me go on a higher time frame to show y'all what I was looking at. This is where I was sending y'all notes on me just taking notes on what I was looking for to keep me in. So I wouldn't like feel like, why am I staying in this and I'm in drawdown? So this was the overall structure I was looking at. Let's hide this. So I had a fib here. So it hit 38.2. And then it went all the way to TP1. This was with this gray zone right here. You can see we have a whole bunch of support that was broken. And it was also aligned with this 4-hour trend line right here, which was holding up majority of price. Yeah, my internet kind of slow here. What just happened? Oh. Where's the area I was looking at? Oh, this blue trend line right here. So this was aligned with this green zone. So both the trend line and that zone was broken. So I'm like, okay, we got to be looking for a retest. And then also to after I had these 2 points drawn, like here, that's when I had entered right here. I think I had a small zone. I know right here, I drew a little fib on the 15-minute. And you know, minor structures sometimes can be broken. So as you can see, even though I had these 2 points, 1, 2, and price dipped down past it, like you can see, I got in literally on this pink wick right here. That's the pink wick I got on. And then it pushed down some more. But then it started pushing back up. So it never came back to retest this trend line. And it created another higher low, went back up, created a higher low because this low was higher than this. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're definitely continuing. But before this happened, I got in right here again because I created another zone. Because remember, like I said, it can either retest the trend line or retest the zone. So I got in right here. So this was the first point I got in. I was in drawdown, got back in profit, got in another entry, got in drawdown, and then got back in profit. Then I came back breaking even because it came back to the same area I had already entered. But I saw we still weren't breaking no lows. And this blue zone right here, as you can see, we had support, turning into resistance, but I didn't see it pushing down yet because like I said, I still saw it coming to this area and finishing off with structure before it started pushing down in the different direction. Like this structure had to still finish. And like I said, no lows were being broken. So that was still showing me that I was in that uptrend. And then as I was in these trades, I was taking notes at the same time. That makes sense? I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I want to make sure like I'm really making sense, like for real, for real.
It makes sense.
Okay, do you guys have any questions about that? Because I try to go into detail because the details matter.
Yeah, I need to start looking further back for my zone.
Yes, looking left, yes. And just look for just key areas. I would say look for those key areas and also know which time frame you're looking at it on. So like these gray zones were on, I believe, like 15 or 30 minute. So I knew if like we was retesting that area or whatever, that was like a miniature little structure that I was respecting. Like, for example, I drew this out right here. You see this right here?
Yes.
That was respecting this lower time frame zone. But I know that's a structure to take advantage of inside of that whole major structure.
Okay, and then how is that significant compared to the higher time zone?
Because
zones?
the higher time frame is giving me my overall goal of where we're going.
Okay, get it.
Yeah, so I know like overall we're going to this area right here. But I
Okay.
know I'm looking, but what I do is I look at the minor structure pullbacks to get in to finish off that overall zone. So you can do it two ways. You can either like get in to finish out that 1 hour, or you can get in just to go to that 30-minute TP1.
Okay. And you were saying your trades took like 4 days or so. Is that average, normal?
I mean, everything's different. Like right here, you can see, I said I got in on a Thursday. Yeah, see, this was Thursday. You see at the bottom?
Yes.
That was Thursday. This was Thursday. This was Monday. And then it played out Tuesday. And you can see this was a whole area of consolidation, just sideways movement. So it was just a waiting game.
Okay.
It made sense that it was consolidating too, because like I said, that's a 4-hour zone. So anytime we're in that area, price is like sitting there. You see this whole area was consolidating.
Right.
Even like right here where price consolidated. I believe gold, same thing. It consolidated a little bit right here at this zone before it started pushing up. So yeah.
You only trade 2 pairs?
Yeah. Only 2 pairs. Doing 2
I
pairs.
narrowed mine down to those two as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, less is always better. Less is always better.
Can't keep up with more than two.
Yeah. Right here too, what I want to see if GU is gonna, like I said, if it's gonna like come here and then come down. I mean tomorrow's Friday, so I don't know. I want to see what it's gonna do. If it goes up there and comes down, that's actually is perfect. Like I can see it coming up. Because you guys see it's already forming all this wick exhaustion right here.
Yeah.
So I can see it pushing back up to this trend line. Like I said, this trend line is off the 15-minute. So that's like a really small structure. I can see it going up there. You can get in like for a sell right there. That'll just be, you'll just put your stop loss above this high, about like 15, like 13 pips. And then if you get in to make 23 pips, that can be a sell. But then I really just want to see like what price is going to do at this trend line, because yeah, I want to get into that buy to take it up to this blue zone. It's aligned with this purple zone right here too. This purple zone I have, oh, it's 3 points. 1, 2, 3, John to the future. It broke through it right here. I'll pull that out some more. go off the wicks. So yeah, I can see it coming up here. Even if it pushed past, shoot, even if it comes all the way up here to this green trend line, that's when I already put right here. Like if price gets to like these areas, because this is a 30-minute, so I'm not worried about that. But this is a 1 hour trend line. So if price gets up to that 1 hour trend line, I'm stacking trades. So you can see it, I have here 1 large and stack 2 more on pullback. So I'm gonna do, my first one's gonna be like my heavy lot size. I might do like 2, 3 lot sizes. And then on every pullback, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but you know, my highest probability. And then after that, that's when I'm gonna start looking for a pullback. So anytime, so I'm gonna do 1 right here if it comes to this point, and if it pulls back here to continue, I'm gonna get in for another one. It breaks through another zone, retest the zone, I'm getting in and continuing down. Because now with me doing that, since we'll be changing directions, my next structure, if that plays out, how, you know, but we never know. If that plays out, so this is one structure right here. Oops. We have point A, point B, continuation. That's playing out.
That's a 1 hour structure.
Yeah. Yeah, because this overall, this 4 hour, this is the 4 hour one. Here, here, down. To this is TP. I have put a little,
Okay.
yeah, because we hit, what is that? 61.8. Yeah, and you can see so that's TP2. So we got to go all the way down there. So inside of that, that's this 1 hour. If we come back up, that's another one I'll be getting in to continue down to right here. And then inside of each leg, you know, there's always a structure. So even this structure, this was the one I told y'all I was taking notes on, here, here, here. This was the one that I had got the 2,500 from the pullback to continuation. So even though I know this overall one, this is the next one, the one I'm gonna be looking for next is gonna be here, here, continuation. So then I'm gonna put another bit like this. So I can see it coming up to 61.8, going to TP2, which is right here. TP2 is aligned with TP1 of that other structure. Of this one right here. You guys see that?
Yes.
So when stuff starts lining up like that, I'm like, oh yes, lots of money to be made. But yeah, but it's just important though too to like, don't stay on one time frame. Stay aware where that overall major move is. And yeah, and give your stop loss room to breathe, even if it's a small structure. Maybe even if you don't want to take it all the way, just trade that small structure if you feel comfortable. Like for example, if you don't feel comfortable, let me undo all this. Like this is a minor one that just played out. You saw, I see how that just hit TP2. We have that divergence looking for a sell. You can have the opportunity if it pulls back here to get in there to take in for a quick sell to be in and out like that. Or you have the opportunity to wait for it to come back down here, see if it retests, and then get in for a buy and then take it out to finish this structure right here. Like this. And then that's 40 pips. My stop loss will be at this previous low. Because if it retests this trend line, it should not break that trend line. If it's in the right direction, it should not break it. If it does, it should barely break it. Either way, even if it breaks it, it should still stay above here. Above. If it breaks that little trend line I had, because that was a 15-minute trend line. If it breaks through that, I can see it coming down here. But it's still above these, it'll still be above these lows, which will still indicate that we're going into, we're staying in the uptrend. And since that's a 30-minute structure, I'm gonna set my alarm for on the 15-minute because I want to see a 15-minute candle look out for a continuation. That'll be better because that'll be more pips. And then I'll put my stop loss at this low, this starting point, a little bit below it, like 20 pips right there. And then get in and take it up. And I'll still be looking for pullbacks though too, because I'm getting in. I like little getting in on the pullbacks and stacking trades. That makes sense.
Yes. How is the prop firm going?
Oh, it's going good. So at first I didn't use the Stenu app because I feel like the first two trades were pretty small. I was still trying to get comfortable. I started talking to a guy who was doing the prop firms. He told me only do like 1%. And I think I did like a little bit more than 1%. So I went and draw down like 1,500. So I had to make that up. So last week that's when I placed the GU trade, and now I'm at 2,500. So I'm about like 1,000 up in my account. So I need to get 3 more thousand to go into phase 2. Then past that, and then the third phase, that's when you get 80%. But what has helped has been me using that the Stenu app to calculate to stay within those rules.
So you mean 1% of risk, you mean? Or
Yeah.
making 1%? Okay.
Yeah. That's what the guy told me, because he's like, of course, yes, if you risk more, you get more, but at the same time, you still want to have that safety net.
Right, especially in the beginning for the
Yeah.
phases.
Yeah. So you can just get through. Like, it may take a little longer, but it's like if you have to, just do that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited though for it. So yeah. Now that I see these points down here, I can see price coming down here. Yeah. That'll make sense. Because like I said, this other one I had drawn, I had it like this, but that might break through. But we'll see. Sometimes I'd be doing 2 just in case. Just in case. You guys got questions on that? I hope, like, I just hope as I'm explaining this, like, it just helps you guys put little pieces together.
It does. It really does. Because even I'm big on zones, and I like to see how you're like how my zones might match up to yours, or like how far away mine is from yours. And I see a lot of what I have on my chart on your chart. So it is coming together, and even like you're giving us different options as to how to look at different trades. Like if we're gonna wait for this or do it that way. Like it's kind of when you have those different plays, it kind of helps you have a better idea of what your end goal is and have better multiple entries to get to that same place. Because sometimes you think that when you miss one, it's just altogether gone. And real and true, it's not. Like if you can find another one, we can. So it is coming together for me.
Yeah, and it's just, like I said, just being okay with certain things and knowing like you're not missing out on anything. And even if you do miss out something, there's always another move.
Yeah, there's always another one.
Yeah. That's good. What about you, Shakita? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just back testing a lot before I start back trading again because I had a few losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good too. So you can watch it play out.
Right.
Let me see. That's pretty much what I wanted to go over with y'all. I really wanted to touch bases on like psychology wise, like even like for me, like taking notes during it, showing y'all like what I see. And at the end of the day, it's just as you keep doing this, you're just always gonna learn something new. Like even me, like I still stay watching like old videos or like either my mentors' videos too, because sometimes like the space you're in now is not gonna be in the space that you're in later on, because what you may not get now, you may not be ready for, and it has to take a little bit more time for you to understand that. And that's just part of the learning process.
Yeah, I get that. I agree. But sometimes you're just not ready for what you're trying to get at that point in time. So
Yeah, for sure.
even like I've started to journal like just my life, and you talking about like making notes during the trade is something I think I want to do, because sometimes you see the same setup like 5 months from now, you're just like, wait, shoot, what did I do? And I don't remember. But if you
Mm-hmm.
can go back to it, then that would definitely help you to have a better idea of how you managed it the last time and how you can probably maximize this time. So I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to, even if I don't get to do it throughout the entire trade, like even just make some notes somewhere
Mm-hmm.
rather than just the entry and the exit, like, the
Yeah,
whole process. And everything.
definitely for sure. Yay. Any other questions? We had a empty little chat tonight and watch people go DM me talking about what's it called? Da, 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 da. Yes, I am excited for you too, Mina. Just consistency, just stick to it. Even when you're frustrated, just stick to it, because I swear, like this is like the best part. The best thing that I love about this is that it's not going anywhere. It's like, I don't think people understand that. Like this is literally, this is with us, y'all, for the rest of our lives.
But even if you get frustrated, take a break. It's still there. You can
Yes,
come back.
it's still there. It's not going nowhere. And that's what I'll be thinking about too, like, because on social media right now, like it's a lot of people selling, I don't know if y'all seen this course going around, but it's like a digital marketing course for like $500. Have y'all seen that?
I think I heard about it.
Yeah, it's like some digital project that everybody's like selling online. But it's like I be thinking to myself too, it's like a lot of people are not gonna even survive if social media like disappears, including like influencers.
Facts, big facts. Like they can't do anything if it's not for some kind of clicks or some kind of likes. It
Yeah, it's
can't
like
even like
they have to be selling something on there in order to make money. And it's like now we have a skill, we don't have to do that. All we need is some Wi-Fi.
precisely on a screen.
And this is knowledge. So this is something that can't be taken away. It's like if you have a house can be taken away from you. But it's like this, it's like it cannot be taken away from you. It's like that's what I just love. Like I don't even have the words to express this, but I'm just so grateful that to have even like come across this opportunity to even have able to learn this. And I'm just excited for you guys and happy that you guys even took the step to learn this. And it's like, even like as you guys get this and show you guys as friends, family members, or whoever else, it's like you're gonna be changing other people's lives while you done change your own. If that's what you decide to do, not everybody wants to do that. But at the end of the day, like we all gonna be getting money, pockets never hungry, okay? But yeah, anyways, I'll be talking too much sometimes. Thank you guys for hopping on the call.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, bye everybody.
All right, bye.